Martinez, undefeated in his 27 professional fights, only a draw and a no decision tomorrow, and otherwise perfect record. He's got a lot of pop, as we said. 18 of his 25 wins have come by way of knockout. He had a long amateur career back in his native Dominican Republic and was on that country's national team for 3 years. He can occasionally get wild and kind of forget about his defense, but he promises that tonight he's been working on defensive skills, and we will see a different Javier Fortuna. So, Steve, talk about the keys to victory for this guy.
Will do, Barry. Fortuna needs room to punch. He operates best at long range. Fortuna lays back, then suddenly erupts with a flurry. The result has been a highlight reel of KOs. And finally, Fortuna sometimes reaches with his straight left and leads with a left uppercut from too far away. Can't do that tonight.
And the other half of this matchup, Abner Cotto. Yes, he's the second cousin of Miguel Cotto. A long amateur career for him, included 285 fights, many coming against top-level amateur competition. Cotto's been stepping up the caliber of opponent that he's had over the last couple of years. He's 2-2 in his last 4 fights, but those 2 losses, forgivable losses to be sure, against Francisco Vargas and Omar Figueroa, 2 undefeated fighters. He comes off the best win of his career. It was a 10-round split decision against Jerry Belmontes. Cotto may be a little bit short in the power punching department, but he can make up for it with his overall skills and very good movement. So, Steve, talk about the keys to victory for Abner Cotto.
Well, Barry, you mentioned movement. Cotto's hard to hit flush when he steps away as his opponent punches. Cotto isn't likely to outbox Fortuna from the outside. He needs to move forward and attack. And finally, Cotto's had some rough first rounds. Fortuna's had some big first round KOs, so watch out for that first round.
All right, with that, it's time to get started. An evening chock full of boxing action from here in Chicago. For the introduction to the fighters, we take it to the center of the ring for the first time tonight, and the ring announcer, Thomas Triber. Thomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this Showtime Boxing special edition here at the UIC Pavilion in Chicago, Illinois. We get the action started with 10 rounds of boxing in the junior lightweight division, and it is being brought to you by Warriors Boxing in association with Samson Boxing, Cotto Promotions, Box Promotions, and Showtime, along with their great sponsor, the CREA, Servicios Financieros. Our 3 judges assigned, scoring on a 10-point must system, will be Mauro Di Fiore, Alfredo Gallardo, and Jerry Jacobko. When the bell rings, our referee in charge, the 3rd man in the ring, will be Lou Hall. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, he's wearing green with gold and blue and weighed in at 130¼ pounds. Coming to us from Aguas Buenas, Puerto Rico, he brings a professional record of 18 wins, 2 defeats, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Abner Cotto. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing gold and black trunks and weighed in at 129½ pounds. Hailing from La Romana en la República Dominicana, he is undefeated with 25 wins, 1 draw, 1 no contest, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Javier El Abejón Fortuna.
Hey guys, let's get this cleaned up before we start, okay? Gentlemen, went over the instructions of the locker room. Protect yourself at all times. Listen to my commands all the time. Touch them up and step back to their corners.
We take a look at the numbers. Look at how much Fortuna put on, 17½ pounds. When this fight was made, I thought Cotto might do well to be on the inside, but Fortuna is 5 pounds bigger, presumably stronger. He's really rehydrated in a big way. And the rules here in Illinois, the unified rules, no standing any count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. The fight becomes official after 4 rounds, Barry.
With that, we are set to go. Our first fight of 3 this evening. Fortuna, a guy who likes to get guys out of there in a hurry. Let's see if he just gets right on Cotto. Fortuna in the gold and black, Cotto in the gold and green. This is a very small ring, too, and I think that could possibly, Raul, be a factor in this fight.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's going to favor Fortuna. He's the guy that's going to come forward, but Fortuna really doesn't have an inside game. He's better at a little bit at long range. When he's right at the right distance, that's when he connects with his power shots. So he can't just jump on top of the guy where he could smother, where Cotto would smother his punches. He's got to find the right distance.
That right hand shook him. There was a right hand and the legs wobbled, and that should be a knockdown, but they're going to say no, it was pushed down. But that right hand by Fortuna actually staggered Cotto. And another good right hand by Fortuna.
Punch out! Punch out! Stop!
I think Cotto needs to wear him down in his early rounds by making a miss and just cover up. It's a little bit cold in there. Looks like he didn't warm up too well. And then see Fortuna, he jumped up right on him as soon as the bell rang. He's looking for a knockout.
Body shots by Fortuna. One straight a little bit low.
Fortuna doesn't always fight this way. He doesn't always come directly forward, but I think he senses that this is the best way to start and the best way to fight in his ring, the small 16 feet.
And Cotto was hoping that he could take Fortuna into the deep rounds, and that would be his best chance.
Break!
And we should point out that...
Time out. Listen to me. Listen to me. Don't hold. Let's go. Box!
Do we have to listen to the ref too?
I don't know. I heard that.
But you see that Fortuna is a southpaw. Cotto has fought very few southpaws.
Another good right hand.
That's where Cotto's in trouble. He doesn't need to take risks like that. When Fortuna throws, he needs to cover up, catch some of his punches on his gloves, his shoulders, his arms, or give him some good defense, make a miss. But it's too early in the fight for Cotto to take risks like that.
Good body shot again with the left hand.
Keep him up!
Cotto misses, or rather, Fortuna misses with 3 shots.
This is a small victory if Cotto can get out of this next 30 seconds.
Yes. He couldn't with Omar Panterita Figueroa.
Yeah.
You would think he would have learned from that fight. So, you know, when you fight a bomber like this guy, Fortuna, you try to survive the first couple of rounds. You don't have to take that many risks like he's taking right now.
Punch out!
And Jerry Belmontes also had him hurt in the first round. That was a warning sound, but it sounded like a bell, didn't it?
Punch out!
That was a bell.
¿Cómo se siente? ¿Se siente un poco ligero? ¿No? Hay que tocarlo. Está enseñando mucho los golpes tuyos, pero eso está bajando. Porque eso, cuando tú estás buscando, tócalo con el jab, tú estás haciendo bien. Ya mismo tú lo coges, tú lo tocaste ahí. Mueve la cabeza, usa el jab, pero no la cabeza.
Lo vi que bajó velocidad cuando lo hiciste fallar. ¿Viste eso? Entonces pega puñando tú por abajo. Me metió la mano, lo sintió. Sigue trabajando, viendo la cosa, no tenga chance, desespere, púyalo. Obrígalo, hazlo que trabaje. Pero con las manos arriba, con las manos arriba, digo, con arriba. Bien alta las manos, cerradito, todo. Vamos, hazlo trabajar.
De Leon, the trainer, a familiar boxing name. Hugo De Leon, his brother, of course, cruiserweight champion for about 100 years.
I think he won the title 73 times.
I think so.
Cruiserweight title. No matter watching Fortuna wing his shots. Getting Cotto into the start.
He does.
Fortuna's just trying to pose his will from the start.
Keep him up!
Another good left hand. Again, Cotto holding on, trying to hold on. He's not able to. It's just an onslaught by Fortuna.
And again, the size of the ring comes into play because Cotto backed up and 2 steps he was against the rope.
Yeah, no place to hide.
Cotto threw only 31 punches in the first round. He's being overwhelmed right now.
Punch out! Punch out!
shots to the back of the head. That's completely illegal.
Neutral corner.
It should cost a point.
Neutral corner. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
5.
That is 100% wrong.
7, 8. Neutral corner.
That was clearly behind the head. Two shots.
Absolutely. In fact, it should be.
Punch him back in the head, 1 point. Punch him back in the head, 1 point. Punch him back in the head, 1 point. Punch him back at 1 point.
That's the first time
Go.
I've ever seen you
What?
speechless.
Don't hit behind the head.
The
Let's
only
go.
way,
Box.
I'm trying to justify referee Hall's actions here. The only way is if he's acknowledging that Cotto landed that punch behind the head, but the knockdown was from a different punch, the punch before that. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, it makes no sense. I'm trying to do the referee a favor here.
I thought it was just 100% wrong. Actually, I think there was more than one punch in the back of the head.
Not to jump on Lou Hall, but researching his work,
Right.
he's never done an 8 or a 10
Right.
fight in his career. Think about moving up the punch.
Do not push. Okay? Go.
Box.
I'm sure we're going to have a chance to see that. Fortuna right back on top of Cotto. But again, Cotto retreats.
Keep him up.
It's getting a little out of hand again. The referee has to take control now.
Hey, don't turn around and go home.
Box.
Actually, Fortuna's getting a little bit wild, and Cotto wants him to get wild. He wants him to open up, get careless, and Cotto needs to fire down the middle with straight shots.
Well, it was one of the things we talked about at the beginning is that he has a tendency every now and then to neglect his defense and just throw wild shots. And that's what's happening.
Interesting round to score with both the knockdown and the point deduction.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Abacus to score this one.
don't push.
¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo tú le sientes los golpes?
We take a look at action for round 2. Now watch Cotto. There's a punch to the ear, but then clearly 2 punches to the back of the head, rapid punches. That's clearly what caused the knockdown. Sorry, ref, you can't have it both ways. Watch again. All right, that punch might have been, those last 2 are the ones that send Fortuna down. Now, the ref can't have it both ways. He can't score a knockdown and then take a point away for a foul. Because if it's a foul, as Barry pointed out right away, it's not a knockdown.
Yeah, I mean, that's just wrong. I mean, it's just simply wrong.
I scored that round 9-9 because
Seconds out.
you do have to score the
Seconds
knockdown
out.
as a knockdown, even if you disagree with it, because that's the way boxing works.
Right. And then a point taken away.
Box.
So that's the 3rd round. It's already been an interesting fight. And Fortuna again right back on top of Cotto.
Right.
And Fortuna's really putting a lot of pressure on himself. And he's trying really hard to knock Cotto out. You got to break Cotto down. He still had an extensive amateur career, and he's fought some good guys. So, you know, when Fortuna's feeling so pressured, he can telegraph a lot of shots. And Cotto sees it coming.
Just to explain my score at 9-9 in the 2nd round. Fortuna gets an extra point for the knockdown, but loses a point for the point deduction. So I give him 9 points. Cotto, Fortuna dominated the round, so I'm not scoring 8 for him, I'm scoring 9 for him. That's how I got to 9-9 for the round. That just confused everybody more.
I understood you. Maybe that comes from years of looking at it.
See, I noticed now that Fortuna's a little bit more relaxed. He has his jab hand down, and he's popping his jab, giving him head movement, making him miss. He's letting things flow a lot easier now than the first 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds, it looked like he was in a hurry to get him out of there, knock him out. He was punching hard with every shot.
Cotto just slipped a little uppercut in there.
Look at the total punches.
Right.
19 connects from Cotto. He's running total.
Cotto was trying to establish a rhythm of some sort. Fortuna's now
subtle shift here. Yes. There's Cotto starting to come forward a little bit.
Something that you talked about. He is settling down, clearly settling down. And Fortuna's walking.
And now Cotto's walking at Fortuna. He's walking him down with his hands up. He seems like he got a little bit confident. That's Cotto's foot right there. On the inside, getting the lateral hold, make him miss. Stay in the pocket. Fortuna cannot fight on the inside.
Just missed with the left hand. Good catch, totally ducking it, just missed. Much better run for Cotto.
Yeah, I don't think he did enough, but he needs to continue this rhythm in the next round. Make something happen in this round.
I agree with Raul. I think Fortuna has still landed the better shots.
Yeah, that's a close one. Well, we're in the corner here of Kamita. Kamita is going to be up next, and a guy who really is trying to make a real splash here in the United States.
You like the hair, Barry?
I like it. I think I might do that. I wish I could do that.
Be explosive. Speed
Sigue
explosive.
vivo así, sigue vivo.
Be smart. Be smart.
Te estás gozando la pelea. Te la estás disfrutando.
You see, enjoy the fight.
Disfrútatela.
Enjoy the fight.
Disfrútatela.
Enjoy the fight.
Sigo, estás smart. Vamos a poner un round más. Un round más poniendo de presión. Max.
So we come to round 4, and again, Fortuna comes right out, gets right on Cotto. But he's wild. A lot of those shots are missing.
Yeah, very wild, very open. And Cotto's being very smart. Grabbing him.
Punch out! Break!
Keeping his hands up.
But eventually, Cotto's going to have to try to make Fortuna pay for that recklessness.
Yeah, he's got to pick up his punch output.
Fortuna's still missing a lot. There's a low blow by Cotto.
Listen, keep him up. Keep him up.
That was a body shot. Looked to me like it was a good body shot.
Box.
He's got to put him together. He's single punching. His fight is that, picking up his punch output like he did in the Belmontes fight.
No knockdown.
Drops Fortuna
Neutral
to
corner.
canvas.
Stay there. Stay there. Get up.
Fortuna stayed in.
I got you.
5 minutes here.
Time out. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
It'll be interesting to see. He already
You all right?
warned him for a little bit. Yes.
And let's see how Fortuna reacts to this.
You okay?
Is he going to lose his head? Is he going to try to come back and be dirty with Cotto?
Well, he's already been pretty wild.
Yeah, he is wild. This is going to make him really lose his head. And that would favor Cotto.
Steve, we're going to get a chance to look at both low blows that we saw.
Yeah, as we look on the right side of the screen, this is the first low blow.
1 point.
Yeah, right hand.
1 point.
No pushing down on the neck. It's clearly low right hand by Cotto.
Stay there.
And then this is the
Stay there.
big one that sends Fortuna to the canvas.
You ready? You have your time.
Well, the right arm of Fortuna was around the neck of Cotto. That probably brought the punch down lower.
You okay? Stay there.
There are referees that will not rule that as a low blow because of the pushing down on the neck, but given the way Fortuna reacted, Barry, the referee didn't have much of a choice. No point deduction, correct?
No, I did not see a point deduction. Fortuna jumping all over Cotto, but he's still wild. A lot of those are being caught in the gloves of Cotto. Left hand got through.
Right.
This is a pretty dirty fight.
It is, and I think Fortuna right now is punching and is fighting with a little bit of emotion, maybe too much emotion. But while he's doing all this punching, Raul, Cotto's doing well defensively, but not answering. So who do you give the round to? Fortuna.
Absolutely, yes. I noticed Fortuna's getting a little bit dirty. He threw a left hand, and he pushed him. He caught him.
Keep him up.
Shot right at the belt line.
You can't see Fortuna's navel, so the waistband may not be an illegal punch.
Looked like Fortuna almost went to a knee there.
Making me dizzy, he's jumping around something.
That was another strange round. And now Cotto goes down. And I don't want to accuse him of play acting here, but
Go to the neutral corner.
going to be sent to neutral corner. Cotto is still down.
Well, we'll see in the repeat how he went down. It was like a delayed reaction. It seemed to me like his trainer told him to go down. I mean, yes. Let's not beat around the bushes. That's what his trainer told him. Go down.
A full minute from right now.
We're going to get a chance to see this. And I thought flopping only happened in the NBA.
It's soccer.
In soccer.
Come here.
That's right.
1 point, okay?
Point deduction.
1 point for hitting after the bell. 1 point for hitting after the bell. In the same round, 1 round for hitting after the bell.
Strange fight. And Cotto is staying in this fight just by the fact that points are being taken away.
That's 1 point for
Let's see
hitting
now
after
what
the bell.
happens. The round's over, is that correct? That punch missed.
Missed it completely.
Hey, go down, go down. Oh. That is comical, guys.
Yes, it is.
And the fans must be seeing it on the...
There we go.
Go down.
It worked. They took a point away.
That's right.
Wow. Accepting the award.
Now this could really get ugly.
Well, yeah, I agree, but it's getting silly and ugly. And you know what, though? Even though that was clearly an acting job, he did throw a punch after the bell for it.
He did.
And it missed. But he did throw the punch, which he shouldn't have done.
And you got to give it to the trainer, too, still. He's trying to help out his fighter. That's what he's supposed to do.
Absolutely.
I can see Lou Duva, somebody who worked too close.
Lou Duva was a very...
He would have done that.
Cotto gets the first punch of this round with a shot right hand.
Right! Box!
Well, that's another 9-9 round, the fourth, because Fortuna clearly won the round and then got the point deduction.
Yeah, he's keeping Cotto in this fight.
He is.
Now, if Cotto could finish the way he did against Belmontes,
We're already like the second half of the fight. It's time for Cotto to pick up the punch out. But if his plan was to tire Fortuna out into the first half of the fight, now he's got to start picking it up because he's not throwing enough punches.
Cotto, and this time there's no play acting involved.
6! 7!
I'm sure he's going to make it.
9! That's it.
It's over. Just like that. One punch. We said he had one punch ability. And that was clean and perfect. Well, it might not have been pretty, but the last part of it was very effective.
I'm just glad and grateful that the fight ended definitively because a lot of stuff was going on there that could have really messed up a definitive ending, and that was a definitive ending.
Absolutely. was quick, and it was effective, and it was a heck of a punch.
Well, for all that happened in this fight, Barry, and the deductions and the Academy Award and everything else, fact of the matter is, Fortuna scored a one-punch knockout.
Yes, he did, which we said he was capable of, and he showed you he was. And that's against a pretty good opponent. I mean, Abner Cotto, quality opponent. Here are the numbers, Steve.
Yeah, the big factor here, Cotto just not landing enough punches. He threw less than half as many as Fortuna did. The power shots, 88 to 36, a pretty high connect percentage of power shots for Fortuna. But basically what it came down to were a bunch of deductions and then one shot.
One good, clean shot. Caught Cotto just kind of stepping in, I believe. And it was a no doubt about it, right on the chin. And there's a look at Cotto, obviously not very displeased with himself. Looked like he was just maybe starting to get into the fight.
Yeah, just by surviving against a wild offensive fighter like Fortuna is somewhat successful right there, but he never threw any punches. I don't think he won any rounds on his own. And maybe he would have come out in the second half of the fight, maybe not, but basically Fortuna established his dominance and his intent from round 1 and kept it through round 5.
No question. Heck of a punch, Raul.
This is round 2, where ridiculously referee Lou Hall ruled a knockdown on what was clearly a rapid punch. Low blow. And now another low blow. And then you see the right knee of Fortuna go up, and he goes crashing to the canvas, and there a right hook after the bell that misses. And the referee and the trainer told Cotto to go down, and then there's the knockdown. Yeah, maybe one of the only legitimate punches of the fight.
He said nobody told him to go down then. It was a heck of a punch.
One more time, we know that Fortuna has one-punch power, and there it is.
Yeah, right there, Fortuna showed that when he gets in the right distance, he gets the right leverage, and he shows that he's a one-punch knockout artist. You don't need to crowd himself too much. He's just got to fight that right distance between his fighter. That's when he's dangerous, right there.
Yeah, he got beautiful leverage on it. And I'll tell you, the happiest guy in the world is right now that this fight is over? The referee.
No question. No question, because nobody's going to look at him. Nobody's going to judge him. Let's go to Thomas Tribal. We will make this official. Thomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 32 seconds of round number 5. Our referee in charge, Lou Hall, reaches the count of 10. Your winner by way of knockout and still undefeated, Javier El Abejón Fortuna.
So there's your winner, knockout in the 5th round. He is still a work in progress, but you gotta like his power. Well, 1 down, 2 to go on this triple header. Still to come tonight, the main event. Andre Fonfara hoping to delight his adopted hometown fans when he faces Dudu Ngumbu. Up next, Tomoki Kameda and Alejandro Hernandez squaring off for the WBO Bantamweight Championship. But first, we want to let you know about a new show doc, an explosive portrait of the man behind the greatest fraud